I'm not going to collect any trees today, but I'm just going to show you how I looking for them and the way I think about yamadori. Many people's gonna think to collect them right away, but the way I think it's more to prepare the trees to be collected in the future. So that's the way I think, and we'll have different approach. But what I like to do it's just to when I find a valuable trees, just to give it a rough trimming. Sometimes I cut also the tree, the not the tree, the roots around, the tap root if I can, just to prepare it to be in a pot. So let's see what I can find. I'm planning to hike maybe a 10 click just for myself as training, you know. Uh, for me, looking for yamadori is a kind of excuse to go outside and make exercise at the same time. So hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Be free to put any comment of what I'm doing. Again, I'll let you know I'm not a bonsai expert, just a enthusiast, but hope you like it. So here's my setting for this hiking. I'm gonna have that kind of scissors, secateurs, some wire, using those color one to mark valuable trees, my Mong Lao knife style, and very good saw, multi-tools, scissors, light compass, flashlight just in case, my tripod, very good water bottle equipped with filters which I can drink from any water source, gloves, some candies just in case, my bandana using leg protection because I'm very reactive to poison ivy, and my bag, hat. So that's basic what I'm gonna bring. You can add many more stuff if you want. And I forgot a foldable shovel. We are in August today, very warm day, very wet also for Quebec weather. It's over the normal temperature for this season. It's a very nice day. Just take a look at this very interesting stump. I cut it 1 or 2 years ago and it branched out very easily. Its roots, it's growing between rocks, so its roots still moving. Really easy to repot. I want to show you this one. I spot that trees many years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Just hard pruning it one time there, let it grow, hard prune it, and another time there and one there. I thinking to hard prune it again this year's, maybe here, yeah, probably here. That's gonna become the new leader. Let it grow to have more taper. I'm now on the road that will lead me to a sand pit. I think that kind of spot it's good for yamadori because quads and people used to break trees around, and that makes very nice yamadori. And also that path, that road, I use it for my jogging also almost every week, so that allowed me to go check my trees. It's not my trees yet, but they're like mine. And last week I came and I realized somebody tagged my trees. Like there's another bonsai enthusiast maybe around here looking for the same thing, and he just stepped on one of my yamadoris. So here it's mostly large around here. So there's the large. You can see here I cut the leader, and large growing very vigorously. Anyway, that's a large. There's another one here. For an upright style, start branching out. Some more here. So what I do typically is just cut the taper, cut the branch around. Sometimes I just cut it by hand to make more fine ramification, and clearing out also around to make it have access to sunlight easier, like that. That's it, and I keep walking. And let's see, that pine is doing very well. Why? Because it's just branching out a lot. Got the taper there, got some secondary branch, and it's very bushy. That's what I want, a bushy trees. So that gives me more option. So as you can see, that place is kind of endless for yamadori. A lot of large, so for large expert it's gonna be a paradise. Yamadori, another very nice one. It grows very bushy again, so vigorous, so I don't mind just to pluck the trees like that. Let it grow for more tapers. This one, I think it's one of the most interesting because I cut it very low. You can see it's like maybe 2 foot high, and it's growing very bushy again. I'm gonna bring out my scissors and giving a better trim so you can see how I trimmed it. So here we go. It's very rough trimming just to keep it tight and create more ramification. Basically I just give him a kind of cone shape, cutting the plants around to give him space and light. So big branch, you can just break it by hand. Anyway, so that's the idea of my rough trimming, my yamadori path. I just cut all the new growth around. Very nice larch again here. As you can see, I just clearing around that one. Just snap that one to make more, to give him more light. Very bushy, the size, the taper, it's very nice size. Probably next spring it's gonna be collected. So that's it for my large spot, and I'm gonna head into a Scots pine spot, and right here I have a pine. Cut it there, cut it there, cut it there. Also this spring I came and I pinched the tips, and it's pretty effective. So there it is. That's my Scots pine spot, and there's one here. I pinched the tips this spring and it branched out a lot. So on pinch one it's not so much ramified. I spotted maybe 2 years ago and start to shape it, leave it in the ground to make it have more taper. That's another one, a big one, bigger one. That's the result of the pinching. As you can see, the new back growth here, back growth, that's back growth there. So the pinching encourage the back growth. I cut it there and it's more vigorous going back. You can see here a very small one. I collect one this size this spring. I'm gonna show you maybe in another video. I want to show you the mother. The mother is right there. You can see the cousin and brother there. Another one, just cut the leader, it spreads out. Most of them I pinched them this spring, so that's why they start to back grow so well. That one's gonna be a big upright style one. And this one smaller, maybe I can consider to cut it there, make it a smaller. And here there's another one, and sadly human being make some trash. It's incredible the amount of cans I can collect when I'm hiking. So that's it for this Scots pine spot. I have another one tree I want to show you. It's a deciduous tree. I don't remember the name, I'm not a specialist, but if you guys know what kind of tree it is, what's the name of it in English, let me know. So there it is. That's the deciduous tree I'm talking about. Spotted maybe 4 years ago, and I give him some rough trim every years. You can see the size of the taper. I keep it clean around so it grow easily. Very nice trees. Nice little bushy trees. And I cut the branch of that spruce growing around to give him space so it can grow freely. Yeah, that's the way I think. I don't want to collect every trees. One, I don't have all the space required to keep them, and at the same time I want other people enjoy those trees on their path also. It's kind of public land here, and I want to pick everything, you know. And most of the time I try to pick trees there's no valuable or timber or stuff like that. I try to pick trees that gonna die soon because there's so close of the quad path, so probably in 2 or 3 years there's a quad's gonna go into it and just break it. So I'm kind of trying to save tree at the same time. I'm now heading in I'm gonna show you a birch, silver birch tree that it's very close to the quad path, and I also put some branch and trees around, try to protect them from the quad sometime, like you can see here. I'll show you. So there's the birch, very interesting movement. Oh, what is it? Very interesting. It's cicada, very rare, so hot this year, so cicada coming out. Let's see if my zoom's going well. This is cicada, beautiful insect. Oh, it's gone. Okay, so let's focus on that nice birch. This one can be interesting, but it's so straight. That branch here can be, let's have nice movement. So I try to improve the ramification of this one also, but more for that part here, like a cascading. It's gonna be tough. Most people said birch, it's a hard kind of trees to put into bonsai, but let's try to make one with this one because the movement of that one, it's so interesting, as you can see. Very interesting one. Basically I cut that section because it was so straight. It grow another leader here. That part's coming very straight. I'm gonna reduce it, not too much. I want to keep it vigorous, make it grow strong before collecting it. As you can see, I try to put branch around here just to mark that zone so the quad's going around, kind of. So that's way of to work with yamadori. It's like when you see in nursery bonsai, in bonsai nursery, they field grow the tree to get more taper. So I do the same thing with my yamadoris, not collecting them yet, and just let them field grow. Holy moly, what we have here! Let's find a very interesting trees with incredible movement. Don't even know how it grows. I try to understand. But take a look at that. Just gonna remove that. That tree can be a video in itself. There's the trunk start there. That big U shape coming back down, coming up. I thought that branch, that's another kind of roots, but in fact it's dead, and there's a lot of hemp around. So I'm afraid that trees, if that ants eat that too much of the wood, it can be lost. And yes, definitely it's gonna be a video in itself, but take a look at that, this beautiful movement. Just let me know what kind of tree it is, but the leaf is very small, deciduous trees. In French we call it tremble. It's shaking because you can see the leaves shaking in the wind. Take a look at that beautiful trunk. It's just dancing. And there's black ants everywhere. That's not very good for the trees, especially that kind of trees, because there's some dead part, and that kind of ants eating. At the same time, it's clean the wood. So, and as you can see, it's still vigorous. It's going well. So definitely I'm gonna do something with that one. There's so many movements in that tree. It's hard to capture it in a single shot. You have to go around. It's gonna be hard to find this front. There's another potential trees. It's very bushy. I'm gonna just feel kind of like that. That gives you a lot of options to work. And that tree suffer from the hot season here. There's a lot of dead leaf. You can just pluck it out to help the new leaf. Yes, quads. I don't want to bash quads and snowmobile, but it's a nice activity also, but it's not my kind of activity. I like to enjoy outdoor without engine, and stuff like that. But at the same time, I can't blame them. They create yamadoris, which is good. There's another one, deciduous trees. I don't remember, it's the quads. Obviously it's the quad and snowboarder create all the movement there. But you can see the leader here, it's cut. Turn the camera, you can see here the leader has been cut. There's some great movement in here. It's hard to capture, but that branch here, it's dead, so I'm gonna remove it just to give him a chance to grow freely. Those one here also. Just like that. This one do suffer from the hot season. Very nice movement. So at the same time, just take a decision. Normally I will give him a trim to make more fine ramification, but this year, as you can see, he suffer from the hot season, so I'm gonna kind of let those leaves produce energy for that tree, so it will go through this winter more easily. I'm gonna wait. Here's a nice spruce. Look at the size of the trunk. It's been tortured by the quad, and I start to prune it at some point. Cut it there, cut it there. And just take a look at that. That's an interesting situation. I don't know what it did here, but the snowmobile probably just hit that tree and the snow itself. So the big clumps just kind of laid down, and we'll see how it's going to develop. If it survives, it can create very interesting stump to work with, and people just come to dump wood here. Sometimes I collect those planks, those wood, to do stuff at home. So this is another one, maybe 6 feet high, because I spotted in the winter and the snow can be high, like 4 or 5 feet high, maybe. And maybe this autumn I'm gonna cut it down, because the energy is built during the growing season, and at the autumn you just store that energy for the winter, so the next spring it's going to be able to grow again from its reserve. There's another yamadori spruce very close to the quad path. I can spend all day long just in that sand pit for yamadori. wear my leg protection here because I'm gonna head for unknown area. There's not that much poison ivy around here, but I just don't want to take chance. It's a nice piece of kit because it's a good alternative to boots. Give you extra protection. At the end, at home, I just remove it quickly, washed it just in case I get into poison ivy. So that's my setting. Okay, let's take a sip of water. Glove here. Okay, let's go. And that's why I take with me my compass. I roughly take a look on the map. I'm gonna heading west, so if I'm lost something, I'm gonna just roughly back bearing to east and I should be okay. Oh, right here you can see a spruce, very good size already. I didn't make much on that one. Broke some branch top here, but I just let it grow. This part of the forest is more dense, more old. You can see it's a typical Quebec forest, Canadian mixed forest. So many paths. There's a small stream here. It's coming from the top of the mountain, so that tell me it's pretty fresh. And I'm gonna take time to drink and fill up my water bottle. I'm gonna show you at the same time how it's worked. Very good piece of kit. Man, there's trout, man. I just saw trout. Bring my fishing rod. There's some trout in that small stream here. Nice. So, trout living here. The water shouldn't be so bad. But at the same time, that kind of filters filters heavy metal or toxic stuff in the water. It filters at 99.999% of the dirt in the water, so it's pretty safe. Basically, you have more chance to contaminate your water because you have dirty hands or anything falling in your bottle. I don't want to advertise that water bottle, but it's a very piece of kit for anybody going outside. I'm thirsty. So it's empty now. Just separate. It's coming two part. You can see. Just fill it up. That cup. It's just a normal cup. Filling up. Try not to take any dirt inside it. Put more as I can. Wait a second. I'm gonna try to be in the stream and taking clean water first. It will help. You know, more clean as possible. And just open up the cover here and push the water go its filter that way. It take time, but that's allowed you to go on hiking, camping without carrying endless water. It's pretty quick too. For me, I think it's the best solution for water and outdoor activity. And I can say I use it in the jungle, loud jungle, with in swampy water, and I don't being sick. So it's very good water filter system. Oh, it's fresh. Where's that trout goes? He hides under the rock. Now I'm just walking to an open area that I know, and there's a lot of maple trees, field maple that I started to shape last year. I'm gonna show you. There's many of them. A small maple, I just cut the top. There's a silver birch here, I also cut the top. And then maple, I cut the top. Here, silver birch that I trimmed. It starts to being white at the bottom. It's very bushy. You see there. Here's a field maple that I start to trim. Just roughly cut the end. Make it bushy. It's gonna grow like a claw style. Many trunks growing. Step back to show you the size of the bush. Here's again, you can see that bush. I start to trim it. It's a field maple. And if I'm going closer, you can see how the stump become more interesting. Pretty fair big stump with multiple trunk. Same thing here again. It's a field maple. I'm gonna show you the base of it. You can see the size. Start splits out. You can see the ramification coming out. Just roughly cut all the tip of the branch. Another field maple here. More interesting to see the trunk. Here you can see coming out vertical trunk. I keep trimming over the year. Here a small one. Other kind. I don't remember what kind of tree it is. Please comment. Let me know what it is. But, interesting trunk, and it ramified very quickly, so that's why it's tiny, bushy. Will give me a lot of option. Also trim the lower leaf just to let you see the potential of that trees. Sorry for the camera. Film and work at the same time. Trunk there. This one is a field maple. See the trunk, interesting movement. Now split into a branch. So here, interesting maple. I'll show you how nice it is. You can see it comes from an older, bigger maple. And it's contorted. There's a small shoot there, very low, which is interesting. With the moss, nice movement. I think the best way to appreciate the movement is that front. You can see small shoot there, and it have been broke there, so it will become maybe a bonsai. So that's a false maple, and that kind of tree grow very vigorously. For sure that one gonna have a big taproot, but this trunk line is very interesting. It bent horizontal and going back straight. Very big size, bit of reverse taper there, but it's very interesting. I'm wondering if I cut it there, how vigorous it is to grow a new leader. If someone know that trees, just let me know. Yeah, we have only one planet, guys. I'm gonna pick it up and just throw it in the garbage can.